The European Union and United States have agreed a joint statement on the framework trade deal struck at the end of July to end months of uncertainty for industries and consumers. Tánaiste Simon Harris said the agreement, which includes a single all-inclusive 15% tariff on most EU goods, provides welcome clarity. Well, for more on this, our Consumer Affairs correspondent Angus Cox joins us. Angus, what's included in this agreement?
Well, Vivian, when this framework deal was agreed, there wasn't a lot of meat on the bone in terms of detail. But now, today's joint statement, it gives a significant level of clarity. The top line, most EU goods will be subject to a 15% tariff when being imported into the United States. That's designed to be the maximum rate, so it won't be added to any pre-existing tariff. Key sectors including this, such as EU cars, they had faced a 27.5% US tariff. So your German car makers, Mercedes-Benz and BMW, they'd be luxury brands in America, so they'll be delighted by this. Then you have pharmaceuticals and microchips also covered by this 15% rate. And for Ireland, that's crucial because pharmaceuticals, they're our largest export to the US, valued at €44 billion last year. And while it's not a 0% rate as before, it could have been a lot worse. And at least there's a degree of certainty there now. And that's what was echoed by Tánaiste and Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade, Simon Harris, when he gave his reaction to this.
It is good to at least now have the clarity that the 15% tariffs on pharmaceuticals is now the maximum level of tariff. There was certainly a lot of significant concern that you could have seen a much larger tariff rate on that sector, and that could have had very significant consequences for the Irish economy. We intend to continue to work, both as a country in our own right and as part of the European Union, to seek further areas where we could get to 0 for 0. So I would like to see 0 for 0 in the spirits sector, for the drinks industry. That's important to the Irish economy.
Yeah, Angus, Tánaiste saying there this agreement offers certainty, but as he said, not for every sector.
Absolutely not. And we're no closer to a tariff for Irish spirits, as highlighted by the Tánaiste there. And that's a crucial sector. We sell about €2 billion annually in food and drink products to America. A lot of that is dairy, but nearly half is Irish whiskey. And many distilleries, they would rely on the US market to be viable. And that will have a potential knock-on the tillage sector as well, which provides grains to these distilleries, and that's a sector that's already struggling. So clarity here, very important. Will it be 0 for 0 or could it be a 15% tariff, which would be a big hit, but at least you could make plans around that. Then in a broader EU context, this joint statement makes no mention of tariff rates for EU metals. They currently have a tariff rate of 50%. Elsewhere, aircraft and general pharmaceuticals, they're covered by what's known as most favoured nation status. That means both sides gives the other the lowest tariffs that it offers to any country on those products. So Vivian, this product, it's a big step. We have a commitment in writing from the US, which in the world of Donald Trump can be a tricky thing to get, but we still have a long ways to go before we know exactly where we stand across the board.
Angus, thank you.